Hi everyone, it's me, Crafty Witch, and welcome back. Okay, I bought a digital camera, trying to learn how to make the videos on it. So far, I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but you know, it came with 5 instruction books. It came with a little docking station. It came with 2 boxes and all kinds of shit. So anyway, I'm trying to get the hang of it. Because, you know, I never realized just how far behind I am on technology to Walmart. And that, I totally embarrassed my boys. I gotta share this with you guys because it was funny. I just cracked up laughing. My kids were so embarrassed. They went, "Oh God, Mom," and then they walked away, right? They were so embarrassed. But anyway, I wanted to get one of those little mini DVD recorders. So go there and they're all sold out. So I'm walking around in their electronics section, kind of just checking out stuff. And then I walked around to this other side, right? And we had just been looking at, you know, video recorders, we've been looking at digital cameras, and then all of a sudden I see these other little things and they got like little pictures on them, and my mind's still very set on digital cameras and whatnot. So I called the guy over and I was like, look, I want a camera that I can, if I can't find, you know, a mini DVD recorder, then I want a camera where I can make videos with sound and, you know, download them onto my computer or use my camera like a webcam, right? And then I pointed at these, you know, these little things that were behind the display case, and, you know, he was so nice, and he was just looking at me really serious. And at this time, my kids were just standing there listening to me. He goes, "Excuse me, but those are MP3 players." And then after, my kids just grabbed their heads, shook their heads, and went, "Oh God!" And then they walked away because they were really embarrassed. And I burst out laughing. I said, "Well, whatever." I said, "This is what I'm looking for." And he, you know, took me around to the other side where they had the rest of the cameras, which I had been looking at, right? And yeah, I just totally embarrassed my kids. And it was funny. I mean, I had to laugh because, you know, I just saw the little things with little screens, and I know what an MP3 player is. Yeah, it was funny. That really embarrassed my kids. Yeah, it was funny. I had to laugh, right? So anyway, that's that. And so I can take you guys with me now, right? That's the point. I mean, I make a video with this thing and it cuts off after about 2 minutes or whatever the hell. I don't know if it's got an internal timer. I just changed the batteries in it, so it shouldn't be the batteries, but whatever. As long as you guys can kind of come along a little bit, I can take you guys with me today. I'm going to go see my dad and my stepmom. We're celebrating my birthday early. We're going to do it today, and in this little town called Indian Head. Livingston, Saskatchewan has come up with some of the most bizarre names. Like, we've got places called Indian Head, Moose Jaws, another one. Another one is called Elbow. It's so bizarre. Outlook. Mydale. I'm just trying to think. Ituna is another one. We have a town called Melville that was named after a guy that was from that original town. At that time it wasn't called Melville, and he was like the Titanic, and, you know, he drowned, and so they named the town after him. I'm sorry, that's not very funny, but, you know, it's just kind of ironic. Why the hell would you name the city Moose Jaw? And even the city that I live in, it's called Regina. We don't pronounce it Regina. I know in other parts of the world, when you spell it out, they go, "Oh, Regina." No, here it's Regina. And like Mick Jagger said from the Rolling Stones when he came here and they played their 2 concerts back to back in 2006, which was the best concerts I've gone to in such a long time. He's like, "Regina rhymes with fun." And he goes, "Am I a pussy for saying that?" Oh, he was hilarious. We just loved him. Very, very cool. So anyway, yeah. But initially, the city I live in now, back in the day, it was called Pile of Bones. Yeah. because literally there was thousands and thousands of bison bones and carcasses, and they would just pile them up into these huge monstrous piles. Like, it is unbelievable. Seeing really old photographs of them, and it's like, holy shit, you know. And then they wonder why, you know, the bison population is pretty much extinct. I mean, there are no wild bison anymore. You get some now. They're called beefaloes, and they're a cross between a bison and a cow. You know, sort of a cow kind of thing. Yeah, but some places still have the old bison, like on farms and stuff like that. They raise them now, but all the wild ones, when the settlers start to settle in this area and everything and whatnot, they exterminated them pretty much. So there was these huge, massive bones, and they were just all bleached white and just piled up like thousands of them. It was unbelievable. So this town back then became known as Pile of Bones because of all the skeletons and everything. Yeah, pretty funky. So anyway, do you guys realize the potential I have now with this camera? Even though it records really short little videos, I can take you guys with me this summer when I go out camping, when I go to powwows, when I go picking, harvesting stuff. You guys are going to be coming along for the ride. Very cool. I started studying for that job. The legislation is 97 pages long. I studied like the first 30-some pages and just looked at the rest of it. It's really like, you know, legal jargon kind of crap. But I think I got the most essential basics down, and I'll continue studying the day I write the exam and get the job. Mine. And then once I write it, and once I'm notified, then I'll have to start making some plans about, you know, what we're going to do and whatnot. But yeah, pretty excited about it. So life is wonderful. This is it for now. I gotta edit the shit out of all this stuff, and then I'll be taking this camera out to Indian Head. And you know, for the hell of it, I think what I'll do is I'll get like a Saskatchewan map and show you guys some of the most bizarre names for towns we Canadians have given to our towns and cities and things like that. Like another one is bigger, because we've grown bigger up here in every sense of the word. Yeah, bigger, and who would name a town bigger? I don't know. We have another town, and it's pronounced Finlater, but it's written out like fine later. It's like, oh, we'll find that town later. And yeah, it's really bizarre, and it makes you wonder, because these names came about like, you know, 1800s, 1900s, whatever kind of thing, long time ago. And it's like, what the hell were they thinking? Like, what kind of drugs were they smoking?